Hello, everybody, and welcome to our weekly calls. Today is officially phase two, week two of 80 Day Obsession for those of us who are going all in with the program. It is also February 21st, so that leaves us with one more week to finish February, and then we're going to be entering, I would say, the last stage of this phase and entering into spring. So that in itself is, I look at it like motivation in itself, because right now we're thinking of wardrobe changes. If you guys can mute your phones so that we don't hear the background, that would be great. So we're going to start to plan ahead. What is, the spring coming? What are some changes that are going to be taking place? I know some of you have, after school activities with your kids, sports activities, and all of that starts in the spring season. So let's, talk a little bit about that. Today, I really want to talk about what it means to decide for change. We focused a lot on making change last, and we are doing an amazing job. Kudos to those of you who are using the hashtag make change last. I can check in there and see that a lot of you are going in and sharing, even publicly on Instagram and on Facebook. When you put in that hashtag, it shows that you're committed to change. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it means to decide for change, and also what are some things and principles that you can start to apply in your life if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like things aren't moving your way. All right. But I want to open the floor to all of you, because I know that everyone is in the same journey, whether you're following 80 Day Obsession, or you're doing one of our BOD programs, or you're just drinking Shakeology. You are part of the journey, the mission, which is making changes in our health, in our fitness, in our nutrition, but most importantly, in our mindset. I know for right now, you've started to notice that this is more than just a workout. This is just more than eating right, because a lot of people could do that. But it's what happens up here that controls the rest of the actions that take place. So let's just open the floor and just talk a little bit about what are some things that are going on through our minds, and let's just talk.
Okay, so I guess I'll start. All right. So it's these past 2 weeks have been up because of the new workouts. Um, this phase is just so compound. Like, my coordination stinks. So trying to get into it is hard. And then what I've tried to commit to myself to this phase is that I want to meal prep better, because although I'm home, I'm not really meal prepping like that. Um, but I definitely should more, because it alleviates my day. So I'm focusing on that, focusing on not just eating the same thing all the time, trying to be diverse with my food. So I'm looking on Fixate, trying a lot of her recipes and everything like that, which have been working out. Um, home with my kids is hard. I have 4 boys, so
Are they
it's
off
tough.
from school this week?
No, no, I know New York is, but no, Florida is not. Thankfully,
Okay.
because I was like,
That just
I
adds
can't with
something
that.
else to it, I swear.
Yeah, because then I gotta feed everybody, and I'm like making food every 5 seconds.
I hear you.
so so yeah, but it's awesome to see the changes though, because I'm seeing a lot of changes in my body, um, especially in my mindset, the way I just keep pushing myself. And I think that's where I am right now, just continuing to be positive, continuing to stay around people that are positive and on the same track as me. And I'm also, as a coach, for like, that right now is probably the hardest thing for me, because I'm learning myself. So me trying to invite people in, like, I'm just sending invitations, Although a lot of people are kind of like, oh, okay, that sounds great, and they'll give you the, oh, I'll hit you back when I get the money, or I'll hit you back when I have it, and I get a lot of that, but it's okay. I'm still putting myself out there,
And
you
that's
know.
what counts. But let me just jump in a little bit and just interject with the meal planning idea. I find
Mhm.
that for me, like, I need to have vegetables available. So
Yeah.
at least I'll have, if I know that I don't like a lot of like cooking in bulk, because then I end up throwing out the food. So
Yes.
maybe what I end up doing is like peeling my carrots, washing them, putting them in Ziploc bags, washing my broccoli, freezing it, putting it in like the freezer so that I know that it's not going to go bad quickly, but it's already washed. I also like to bake it. So if I turn the oven for anything, at least three things are going in that oven. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
roast either, the sweet potato, the Korean one.
Yeah.
I love that sweet potato. So I'll roast a big one, and I have enough for like my husband and myself for the week. Then I will do at the same time the sweet peppers. So I'll do three things: the broccoli, the sweet peppers, and the sweet potato. And that way I have variety to kind of like bring in. Um, just to piggyback on what you said about the coaching aspect and sharing this with others, this is a journey that you're living your journey out loud. So
Right.
I noticed that when you entered phase one and you went into phase two, you posted your transformation, your upgrade, your progress pictures. I'm
Yes.
sure you got a lot of, oh my God, what is it that you're doing? I want to be a part of it. And it shows that a lot of people are interested. Don't let that distract you. Continue on, because the people who are interested will come eventually with you. Just keep the
Right.
conversation going. And sometimes we feel like, oh my God, is it me? It's not you. Always remember,
Right.
it's not you. I don't know if you remember the beginning of these calls. We had a lot of people on the call and there was a lot of excitement. A lot of that has fizzled down. And that
Right.
and
Right.
that
Right.
and that affects, because you start thinking, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing different? But the people who are fully committed will show up regardless. And the same thing
That's
happens
true.
when you have someone who is interested, they're ready to change, they're going to commit. But you also have to consistently remain so that they know they can
True.
count on you. All right.
That's true.
So it's going to
Thank
play
you.
with your mind, but the workout is going to help you strengthen your mind so that you can fight against that.
That is true, because I do get some negative things from family members, you know, some negative comment from family members, but I don't let that bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if anything, it pushes me even harder to keep doing what I'm doing. So
Absolutely.
I just continue to stay positive and not pay attention to everything I see or hear.
Anybody else want to interject?
I'm gonna keep that one just because I want to say that travel, like me being out of home, has challenged me, but in a way, in a different way. It's actually, I don't know, like I can't explain myself of how it's helped me in a way to. I've never done this, like exercise and let my family know I'm exercising. And today when I told them, they were like, "Girl, you go and do your thing, and we'll babysit your son. That's all we can help you with." And
That is
I
powerful.
could. And so I'm excited because we have two sisters that are coming from California, and I'm gonna share my story with them tonight. So we'll see if something comes out of that one.
Here's what happens. And I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but I experienced what you're saying, Maria. And a lot of people didn't take me seriously in my family. And it was because I was a yo-yo dieter. They thought like, oh, here she comes again, another diet, another fad. Oh, now she's going to do the treadmill. Oh, now she's doing the elliptical. Oh, no, now she's doing a bike. Oh, now she's going to the gym. And I just became known for being someone who did something and dropped it, did something and dropped it. So when they saw my commitment level rise up, they started to respect me for it. And when the year passed and I was still going and I was still putting in the full fourth effort, they gave me the respect that I deserved. So now I was able to prove to them, to my family, that look, I'm not doing this as a joke. Like, I'm not playing to be fit. I want to be healthy. And it's proven with action. So those little things that you're doing are not only impacting like the people you're visiting, but they're also impacting your children. And you'll hear them, and I know because I have my daughter who started watching me since she was like 4 years old. And now she'll say, Mommy, when I grow up, I want to do what you do. Before we get up, you're already sweaty. And they know, because by the time I come to wake her up, I'm already drenched in sweat. So it's something that I'm instilling in her without even knowing that there's power in health, that there's power in getting up earlier. And she sees that I'm energized throughout the day, and I'm not like slouching in the couch. So you're impacting with your actions without saying a word. And that's commendable.
Yes, I'm excited. And that's why one of my goals is to be a 365 day on all of that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited to show to them and prove to them that I can do it.
That's awesome. Not sure about you guys know, but when you remain 365 days, like Maria mentioned, on Shakeology, so that means you've never put in 1 year's time for 365 days, you've never put your Shakeology order on hold. Beachbody recognizes your effort and they send you a prize. For the past 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, they've sent us those tubs that the first one was a black lid and it had Shakeology on it. The second one was a gold lid and it said 365 with it. And they send us rewards and prizes to recognize the fact that we're fully committed to our health and our nutrition and that we take Shakeology seriously. I know that a lot of people stop using Shakeology after the second month, because they're like, the taste, I don't drink it over the weekend. I have so many piled up, and they don't respect it in that way. And then they don't have the full year and never earn that 365 title, like Maria just said. So that is a goal that you can also set for yourself. You know what? This year, I'm going to name it the year that I become a 365er. I'm not just doing this for 1 month. I'm not just doing it for 2 months. I'm doing it for the long haul. And there's benefits in that. I'm staying quiet because this is our call, so you guys can interject, talk whenever you feel like it. We're just talking about the struggles, the things we've overcome, how we're dealing with this phase. I know we have a new member, Jessie. Welcome to the call. You've survived so far, day 3.
Yes, I have.
And Jessie is one of those people who has no problem working out. Her issue is eating. Her issue is actually eating food. So how's that going?
It's actually been easier than I thought. The food isn't the problem, I figure now, but it's remembering that I actually have to eat, because sometimes I'm not hungry. So I kind of have to train myself, and I guess the harder I work, my body's going to be hungry anyway. It's going to remind me that I have to.
Did you do the alarms on your cell phone?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Has that been helping you?
Yeah, it's not like I'll remember, but I physically don't feel hungry.
Okay.
So
can someone help Jessie with that? So like, how, if you're not physically hungry and you're scheduled to eat at that time, what can she do? Because I don't have that problem.
I think she should still eat. That happens to me where hi guys, I'm sorry. I know you can't see me because I can't really show my face right now. I know that sometimes that happens to me where I am not hungry either, but because my alarm rings and it tells me and it reminds me to eat, I do eat. Because I want to follow the nutrition plan to the T. So, and it's funny because once I take my first bite, then I'm like, oh wait, but I am hungry. And I feel hungry then, and I feel satisfied once I do it. And you just have to train your body to eat every 2 to 3 hours, or every
certain amount of hours, and eventually you'll start feeling like you need to fuel yourself. Not necessarily that you're starving, but that you need to fuel.
I think it's too soon for me to say anything. It's only day 3,
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh, no. Just wait, especially after your first week. And once you finish, I guess, 1 full week and you go
Mhm.
even harder, you're definitely going to be like, quiero más comida. I want more food.
Yeah, no, that's what I figured because I thought yesterday was really hard, the workout, and then when I worked out today, I said, "Oh my gosh!" So obviously, it'll get more intense as the days go by, and
Oh,
that's how I
wait
figured.
until you hit day 35. What was today? 35?
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Oh my God. Day 35.
Suck it in.
Um,
Poeta.
total
Something
body core is
Something also that
crazy.
I know from when I did, like, back in the day when I was starting on the journey and I had to eat my containers. One thing that I would remember to do would be to eat from all of the containers something. So kind of like pick and choose. So comer de cada cosa y dejar un chin en cada uno. Like, tal vez no
mhm,
comerte todos los containers, but eat a little bit from all of them. And
yeah,
little by little, you're adjusting your body and you're getting used to the idea of eating the food. Because honestly, guys,
yeah,
a lot of people, it's not that we're not, some people were unhealthy. It's not because we overeat, it's because we undereat. And that's also
mhm.
an issue. Anybody else?
I had told you that I wanted to do like I wanted to work out in the afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but today I actually had to work out in the morning because I had a ton of things to do throughout the day, and I knew that I would work out, but if I didn't do it in the morning, it was going to be really hard. So it was an adjustment, but tomorrow is one of those days too. I'm going to wake up extra early and I'm going to do it in the morning. It's going to be earlier than today. I am just a little bit confused about how to go about like how to do it when, I wake up and let's say I do my Shakeology and then do the energize. But then, how do I go about when do I eat after that? Obviously the
So
post
you remember
workout.
that the workout block goes with
Hmm.
you. So that's gonna go, if you're gonna start your workout early, then that's gonna go right before the workout. So your pre-workout meal, then you're energized, get to workout. Right after your workout, you recover with your
Hmm.
fruit, and then right after that you have meal one. So then your meal continues happening right after your recovery.
So it doesn't matter. It's just that it changes the order.
Right. So basically, you just keep together the pre workout, energize, post workout. That stays together wherever
Can
you go.
I can I do a Shakeology before my workout instead of an actual meal?
Yes, because that
Because
would be your protein. Sometimes
okay,
what I've done is, like, I can't eat, like, it's maybe 4:30 in the morning and I'm not gonna stuff myself with, like,
yeah,
yellow, red, and then, purple. So what I'll do is I'll have the Shakeology. I'll eat because I can't blend it in the morning because of this noise. So I'll have
hmm,
half of a banana and then I'll have 1 teaspoon of almond butter. That's one way
okay,
that I have done it too on days when I'm, like, in a rush.
okay, because that's what I'll be doing tomorrow then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds
What
good.
I've done too, also, like, if you have to add a green, I actually blend that at night. I just blend my green, let's say my spinach and my water, and I leave it in the fridge. And then in the morning, all I do is I add my packet of Shakeology and I just shake it. And then I'll
That's
just,
good.
if I need to have I don't think I don't have a fruit in the morning. I just have a carb, and I'll have, like, a piece of toast or something. But I do blend because I can't put the blender in the morning either because it's too
Mhm.
loud. So I blend it at night,
That's a good idea.
but
That's a
without the
very good idea.
Shakeology, and then just shake
Hmm.
the Shakeology.
That's good. I should try that.
And also, I know that if the pre-workout is too heavy for you because it's so early in the morning, Autumn did say that you can change your meal option one to that one,
To which one?
to the pre-workout,
the pre-workout.
instead of using it, instead of having your instead of having the regular pre-workout.
Pre-workout.
Because I believe the pre-workout has a carb in it. So it has a carb, a vegetable, and a protein.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, because I'm in Plan B, it is my meal option one is a protein and a fruit.
Yeah, that's what mine is also.
Yeah. So you can switch it if you want, if it's too heavy for you.
Yeah, I
That
think
way you'll just
that's
have a
better.
protein and then a fruit. That's it. It's easier.
I have a
I think so.
question.
Go for it, Aracelis or Celi.
What I do with my, I don't know if I'm violating the rules, but with my Shakeology, I take it in the morning if I work out in the morning, and I mix the Shakeology with the spinach. I add oatmeal to it, but I don't like it cooked, so I add the dry oatmeal to it, and usually water or almond milk. If I do the water, then I put the almond butter in it. If I do the almond milk, then I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I add like a banana. I know
You froze.
but I don't know. Like I figure it makes more sense to just throw it all in there in the morning, and it's one less thing that I have to eat after.
You're not a picky eater, so that's awesome. Because I find that when
No.
you put the oatmeal in your Shakeology, it makes it very thick. And if you're
It
using,
does.
I've done it because I don't mind. I'm like you. As long as it's all going down the same drain, we're good. Um,
I just want to get it. I just want to get it done. If anything, I do add water. When it comes out a little too thick, I'll add extra water to it to
so
just make it.
I think you're good as long as you're saying, you're eating your containers and you're getting it down. You're good. It's not breaking the rules. Where I find that it's wrong, it's if you're saying, okay, so I'm not gonna have the yellow that I'm supposed to have. I don't know what's wrong. I'm getting like a feedback.
Yeah, I'm getting it too.
Yeah, I see it. It's
Yeah,
freezing a
it's
little.
feedback everywhere. I don't know if it's
Yeah, I hear
doing
it.
other lines.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. So I think someone needs to put it on mute.
All right, let's see if that works. Is that's good? Okay. I had to mute everybody and then unmute. So I think breaking the rules would be like saying, okay, so I have a yellow for breakfast and I have another one for my meal 3. I'm just not going to have that meal 3 yellow. I'm going to wait and I'm going to move it to my dinner. That's breaking the rules because you're not following the time nutrition and the breakup of the nutrients the way your body is supposed to break it down because of the workout format. So as long as you're putting it in within your compartments, you're good. All right. Guys, because we're going to get the feedback, so unmute yourself and then I mute myself. But I love the conversation because this is all things that come up and I don't know how to answer them unless you ask. How many of us are missing like days with the workouts? Julissa, are you like okay?
Yes,
Okay.
I have been missing days with workouts. I've missed the last 3 days with today, actually.
I don't know how anybody. I was planning to be the strong one, and I was gonna make some make workouts up. I barely died today. I was like, que esto no se puede. ¿Cómo? I know. So I don't know if any of you have ever doubled up on an 80-day obsession. Yo, I bow down to you. You are a superhero. You're my superhero.
No, Autumn does not recommend that.
I understand
that.
why.
That is too much. I wouldn't be able to do. I'd be like, sorry, can't do it today. Thankfully, I haven't missed a workout, which is, I can say that first time in my life that I haven't missed a workout. But yeah, definitely do not double up.
Listen,
I had to Saturday do a double.
Que Dios te ayude.
I know.
Because I had to.
Que Dios te ayude.
Cardio flow and triple A. I think 2 Saturday I had.
Oh my God, you did cardio and AAA? Girl,
Yeah.
I know you was hurt. Oh my
And my daughter too, and she was so mad. She was like, "Mommy, next time we're gonna do it today." I'm like, "We have to do it."
Oh my gosh, no.
Daniel is
Maybe
speaking out
you
of
should
his
try
meaning.
to just continue forward, or maybe even try to do it on a Sunday.
The thing those days I was so
I
busy.
think that's what I'm gonna do when I pick up again. I'm gonna try to just pick up where I left off, because in phase 1 I was able to double up, but I don't think with phase 2 they're too difficult.
Mr. Daniel has sneaked out of his job meeting and he's playing.
I did it on Saturday. I did leg day and cardio, and it's
hard.
it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt. Yeah.
Hey,
It was like,
I just out of stay high and if you want a booty like mine, then you gotta double up because I got the best booty.
Really?
Daniel wants to be blessed among all the women, and then he wants to have the trophy for the best booty. Ahora
Right.
yo.
No, I'm telling you.
But it's true. You see the picture he put it?
Listen, you know
Daniel got big booty.
You know the picture I posted? I printed for my wife. Honey, you want a booty like this? Working, bro.
Daniel, how are you doing with your meal plan this round, this phase?
I'm on point. I have not missed a beat. I think today was a blessing because I needed the food and it was much needed. So like after I was eating today, I was like, okay, I'm back to like myself because I know I'm gonna get hungry. But other than that, I'm coming. Other than that, I'm on point.
You're in the bathroom, Betty.
Oh my God.
What I would love for
Tito, he's trying to be in the group.
that's a Chicago commitment. Oigame, I need you guys to take pictures from your like today to tomorrow, to see the difference in what happens with the refeed and without. To be honest with you, I didn't go through the refeed today because I was in Dominican Republic last week and I did my treats in Dominican Republic.
of course he did.
I get you, girl, because I would have definitely been doing some treats.
I'm not having no refeed again because, you know, it doesn't compare to, you know, roasted pork, to like all the majarete that I had. No puedo.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What is it that you want to
Today?
So I want you guys to take your pictures. Like you guys don't take the time to like celebrate the progress. Like I know you do it because I do it. I pass the bathroom mirrors naked and I'm like, damn, si yo podía sacar una foto. I put my jeans on and I'm like, oh shit. But I check myself out. I know you guys check yourself out. So take those pictures and celebrate what you can, you know, PG rated. Celebrate that and put it out there and be like, look, this change is happening. We're going to notice, as I've heard from the test participant, that a little bit of more muscle tone is going to come through after refeed day, since we're doing leg day tomorrow. I'm so excited. And we're going to notice that there's going to be a big shred. So take those pictures and celebrate that. Jess?
Man, I can't wait to see some shred in my stomach.
It's gonna come.
So, I mean, I see it. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't sit here and be like, oh, I didn't see anything. I do see a big difference, but I guess because I had some big kids, like my skin is so like squishy. It's so annoying.
You have 4,
but
so
I
that's
see a big
amazing.
difference. Yeah.
So before we end the call, I wanted to share I think it was last week. as a prize for helping people achieve, get started with their health and their fitness, we get invited to some webinars. And this time we were invited to Mel Robbins' webinar. And she is an amazing speaker. And she speaks a lot about how to fight anxiety, how to get unstuck. And I'm a note taker. So on this webinar, she spoke about what happens when you're dealing with self-doubt and when like negative thoughts are bombarding your head and you're really feeling like you're stuck and you can't get yourself out of that. And you think you're the one who has a problem and you think someone has to come and save you. So I loved the fact that she said that you cannot change self-doubt with your thoughts. Because all this time I thought that I could change my negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And the truth is, and here you were, you've heard me say, speak positive affirmations to yourself. Find words of the Bible that will speak to you and lift you up. And that's true. It is true. You have to replace the lies that have come against you and choose to use the right words and truthful words that change that lie because it's not true, right? But when it comes with doubt, with you thinking that you're not going to be able to do something, for example, today at the end of, I did my first round of the workouts. I did second round of the workouts and I was doing fine. On the third round of the workouts, I felt like I had no longer arms. Like it was like an out of body experience. And then she says, let's do spider push-ups. I stared and I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna. I looked at it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do 8. In my head, I said, I'm not going to do 10. I'm going to push for 8. So I did 8. And when I was at that 8 mark, I said, I'm going to go for 9. And I went in 9 and I could cry because I was like, I'm going to do 9. And then I said, no, I'm going to do 10. And then I did 10. And you know why I did that? Because she taught us that you cannot change self-doubt with your thoughts. You have to change your self-doubt with action. So if you don't take action, you're not going to change what's happening up here because it's going to revert the negative. And you have to teach yourself to do that. You have to teach yourself to say, I am capable of raising this child. I am capable of passing this test. I am going to go ahead and be successful at this crazy dream I have. You have to speak to yourself and then do what it is you're expected to do. Because unless you do it, you're not going to see progress. So I did it. Did I do the spider push-ups, the 2 last ones? Did I do them correctly? Tal vez no. How freaking no. But I did it. The next time I do it, I know, and it's going to be ingrained in my thoughts that I did it. So I can't skip now. I got to do my 10 again. And I think it's going to be 15 next time. So that's even better. But here's what happens. She explains that when you take action on something you never thought possible, you are breaking the plateau. You're breaking off and then you're making a breakthrough. And that's when you're seeing yourself do something you never had like a perception that you could do. So right now we all have a problem, right? We either have a problem with our consistency in our workouts. We have a problem with finishing what we start. We have a problem with eating or following our nutrition plan or eating what we're supposed to eat. We have a problem in our thoughts because all our lives we were told that we were never going to amount to anything. We have a problem because we are surrounded by a society that is telling us, you know what you're doing is impossible. It's so hard. It's so hard to stick to it because it's so hard. So it's easy to just take your other route and say, you know what, I give up. But that's when you cannot allow your thoughts to control your actions. You just have to do what it is you have to do. So she taught us 5 habits that we need to do and just get it done. So number 1, the first habit she said was don't bring the phone into your bedroom. So the reason why you're not going to bring the phone into your bedroom is so that when you're sleeping, and when the alarm clock goes off, you're going to get up across the room and you're going to pick it up. So you're not going to procrastinate. You're not going to snooze. You're not going to wait until wake up later. You're just going to get up and go. You're going to kill the snooze button. And then you're going to take 5 minutes of that moment when you get up in the morning. I know we don't have time, but you're going to take 5 minutes of that day and you're going to tell yourself, what is your priority on that day? What are you going to focus on that day? And that's going to be your focus. Then I know that we want to go like, a hamster, and we want to do and do and do and do and do. And I hear a lot of people say, oh my God, I'm so busy. I haven't been able to do anything. Well, you're so busy, but you're not being productive with your busy time. So put yourself on a time off and say, lo que no se hizo hoy se deja para mañana. Look, what I didn't do today, I'm going to leave it for tomorrow. And then get yourself an execution list and do. But don't spend your time like twiddling your thumbs, acting like you're busy and not being productive. Then plan what is your to-do list going to look like. And at the end of the day, you're going to notice that you're not going to be able to accomplish everything, but we're not perfect, but we're making progress. All right. So that was one of the things I wanted to share with you guys. Please put it into action. And one of the things that I want you to I always say this, I'm like, wow, I repeat it to myself every single day. You do not have a problem you don't have a problem if your problem can be solved with action. And that goes with everything, with your relationships, with your fitness, with your nutrition, with everything, with your job. You don't have a problem. You just have to take action and more of it. So if you're feeling unstuck, unproductive, take more action. Mariana, you have your hand up. Dale.
Okay. Well, my struggles is with the food. Like, even though I try to stay on track with the food planning, but it's just so hard for me because I love eating and I'm always procrastinating.
You love eating or you don't eat?
I do eat. The thing is that I eat things that I'm not supposed to eat on the meal planning.
So for you, it's going to be at the beginning, training yourself to eat what you already have preset. So don't wait to get hungry to have to prepare your plate. Prepare your plate like 2 meals in advance, if possible. If you could prepare your full day in advance, that would even be better. But the reason you're overeating is because you're probably eating when you're hungry already. Like, oh my God, the kids are home. They're going to eat and I'm going to go ahead and prepare my own stuff. You're going to grab something that doesn't make sense. And if you prepare it ahead of time, you're going to be prepared for the obstacle,
Yeah.
And just make a decision that you're training yourself to eat what you're supposed to eat. And right now it may not feel fun, it may not feel satisfied, but it's going to bring you to the results and it's going to create the habit that you want. So that's the other piece. You have to train yourself to do that. And then you're going to notice that you're going to become a human, which is a nature of habit, and you're going to do it automatically. But you have to first cut with the old habit, which is overeating. I know Nora's taught me this, which is when you're let's say, for example, I used to eat off of my kids' food. So whatever they left on the plate, I would just munch it, porque pa comida perdida, barriga partida. If you think somebody likes to eat, that's moi. I love food. So what I would do is I would instead of cleaning out my kids' plate, I would say, you go clean it. That means I'm not tempted to now put the food in my mouth. You go clean. Assign somebody else to do what is hard for you. Have them clean the table off, or no, mommy, I don't need to taste your chicken nuggets. Nope, I don't want fries with cheese on them. It's okay. No, thank you. You have it. Or you throw it out. You don't want any more? That's okay. Better in the garbage? What is it, Nars, that you say? Better in the trash?
It's better in the trash than in your body. And
go.
Also, don't cheat on things that you love. So don't cheat yourself.
And I think that we gravitate towards food because either we are feeling exhausted, we are sore, we're just cranky, we're busy, and we're mindlessly eating. So another advice I have is when you're eating your meals, make sure that you're not talking on the phone, that you're not walking, that you're not trying to handle the household chores and everything that's surrounding you, and you're just chewing, and then you finish eating and then you're like, did I eat today? I find that sometimes we're so much on the go that we're not enjoying our food. So if you're drinking your water and you're having your containers and going about that way, you should be feeling content and satisfied and know that you're enjoying it. And at this time, every single no that you're saying to yourself is bringing you closer to your goal. So on refeed days, schedule yourself for those treats because you have them in this program. It's something that it's new. So know that it's never going to be. It's just no, not now. And you really don't need it.
And as you see your results showing up,
it's only going to trigger. Motivated. And it will only trigger. I have this weird word and I know, but it perverts your palate. And after you stop having and consuming a lot of sugary treats and you incorporate it again into your lifestyle, automatically you're going to start craving more of it. And it becomes a little bit more trickier because now you have the guilt that comes with that. You're feeling bloated, you're feeling defeated, and you're like, what's the point? Let me just continue. And a cheap little treat becomes a cheat week. And then you're like, forget this. It becomes a month, y ahí se fue todo. It's a vicious cycle that you're trying to cut, so don't break it. I'll leave you with that.
Does that help you, Mariana?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So start the day planning your day with the food you're going to eat, okay?
The thing is that when I eat, I start walking. Like I start doing other things. I don't just sit and, enjoy my meal like Norris said.
So take that 5-minute break for yourself and enjoy chew the food.
Look at your plate.
Water and enjoy what you're eating because that's what it is. You're eating and your body is not even recognizing that you're having the food because you're so busy and moving around.
And not for nothing, it does take your stomach to kind of shoot your mind, I'm full. So drink your water, chew your meals, enjoy it, take that selfie, post it in the group. There's reasons behind us posting these meals. It's because we're literally enjoying the picture because we're like, wow, this is the feast I'm going to have. I need to share it. Now let me enjoy it. So practice that. Take a picture. Make yourself sit down and eat.
That's your challenge.
That's a challenge. All right, my love, we gotta go.
We gotta just go. So ladies and gents, I think Daniel left. I think Marta, you had a question. If you don't mind, I have to hop on another call now. So if you don't mind, write your question in the group and I'll go in there and answer it. Okay? Marta,
okay.
All right. Thank you everyone for showing up and for being here. Thank you for being present. We'll see you guys in the field. Bye. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.